Trump campaign posts a fake Taylor Swift endorsement. If the Taylor Swift fans start getting pissed off about this, that's going to be not fun on Twitter for the Trump people.
With Trump doing this, it kind of forces Taylor Swift's hand. Like, she's going to have to come out and endorse somebody, right? And probably not going to be Trump.
And Taylor Swift's people, if I ever make a really dumb mistake and say anything about Taylor Swift, I'm already sorry. Twitter says it has closed operations in Brazil.
So they're just coming after Twitter.
Well, there's supposedly a secret order to arrest Twitter's legal representation in Brazil. It's like a version of like the New World Order conspiracy theory. Maybe he decided to just shut the whole website down in Brazil. That'd have been funny. How the tech are you? See, look, a professional podcaster. How the tech are you? I'm producer Dave. I am the co-producer and co-host of this show and the producer of all the shows on Echoplex Media. And I stream 5 or 6 nights a week on Twitch. Is that a good idea? No. My first story is the Trump campaign posts a fake Taylor Swift endorsement. This story comes from The Verge, as do many of my stories. So what happened here was a series of AI-generated images posted by the Trump campaign included a fake of Taylor Swift. The image is of Taylor Swift dressed up as Uncle Sam, and the image has words on it that say, "Taylor Swift want you to vote for Donald Trump." This comes after Trump falsely accused candidate Kamala Harris of using AI to fake a crowd size at an airport. This doesn't violate any state campaign laws, because in most of those laws, the thing presented has to actually be plausible to be actionable, and there are no federal election laws banning the use of deepfakes as far as I could find. However, Taylor Swift's legal team could take action, but the real risk here is the Swifties. I don't think anybody ever wants to willingly get in an internet argument with Taylor Swift fans. I know you were thinking about covering this story, and you graciously removed your version of it when I put mine on the docket. But what do you think about this?
Some clarification. I think you said there's no federal laws, but the article that I read was not from The Verge. It was from 404 Media, which is another place we like to get our news from. They said that Tennessee just passed some law that some protections against these deep fakes images and stuff. And Taylor Swift's companies, apparently, I don't know how many different companies she runs, are based out of Tennessee. So she may be able to do something about that. Also, there's some what do they call it? It's not fraud, but there is another federal law that they could, more general one, basically saying that, or like defamation or something, basically saying that because these images, and it's not just that one that you mentioned, but there are apparently multiple ones, and even though they're deep fakes, and everybody knows that they're fake images, them claiming that Taylor Swift is endorsing Trump could mean that that it's, that they're basically defaming or frauding people.
Right. It's sort of like how this always happens, right? They'll use like some punk rock band song, and the punk rock band forces them to stop using the song. It's a similar thing to this. And I did say, and what I meant to say, and I should have been more clear, is that the Federal Elections Commission isn't coming for them over.
Oh, yeah, they can't do it.
There are no federal election laws around this. Like I said at the end, though, the main thing that's going to happen here, and I'm not confident that it would, but if the Taylor Swift fans start getting pissed off about this, that's going to be not fun on Twitter for the Trump people, because they are a force to be reckoned with.
Yes,
and generally a force for good, I would say. They generally don't. They generally don't like do horrible things. They don't harass people so much as, be like, why are you doing that?
Yeah,
they just throw shade.
Well, the other article I read also pointed out that with Trump doing this, it kind of forces Taylor Swift's hand. Like, she's going to have to come out and endorse somebody, right? And probably not going to be Trump.
Yeah, it ain't going to be him.
And so then that's going to be a lot of people. She has a lot of power in this country, a lot of influence.
Right. She was going to probably do that anyway. People were, and this is all speculation, but people were speculating that she might be more hesitant to endorse Biden the second time for various reasons. But she's going to endorse Kamala Harris.
Yeah, but she hasn't officially done it yet, to my knowledge.
Yeah, but you're right. I think now, and the article you're reading, you're right. forces her hand, or it forces her to at least say that she does not support Donald Trump, which I don't think she has to say that. If we're being completely honest here, I don't think she needs to say that. I think that that goes without saying. But if she gets involved and gets involved in the get out the vote part of the campaign, yikes, because her fan base is a lot of 18 to 35-year-old people, and that's a cohort that votes a little less than other people. So we'll see, though. I think that the funny part of the article I read was they were like, well, the state laws, there's a problem here because this isn't plausible. So, but that's the law. That's the state government, the state or the government coming after you. That's different than Taylor Swift's legal team coming after you. And
correct.
And I don't know enough about her legal team, or the laws around this to know if she does, but that'd be an interesting thing to add to the mix coming into the election. Also being sued by Taylor Swift.
Right. And the other issue, I think, that was Trump didn't actually make these images himself, and it wasn't, for my knowledge, anybody in his organization. It was just a fan or something, right? Right. Or multiple fans. I'm not even sure. And all he did was basically did a thumb up, right? Was it on Truth Social or was it on Twitter? I
believe it was Truth Social.
Yeah. And so he probably re-truthed it. I don't know what they call it on that website. And then of course he commented on one of the tweets, was a stupid comment, but it's he may not be able to be targeted for a lawsuit. It may have to be the people who actually created in the first place. Maybe. But boy, howdy, if there's one person who could tie you up in litigation, it's probably Taylor Swift and her team. Yeah. One person who probably has quite a bit more money than Donald Trump. Right. And Taylor Swift's people, if I ever make a really dumb mistake and say anything about Taylor Swift, I'm already sorry. I'm already sorry. Right. She seems lovely. And if I make a joke about her that her fans don't like, I'm already sorry. We should apologize in advance for this particular segment. So we're going to move on to the next one. The next one's kind of quick and kind of stupid. But of course it is. So this also comes from The Verge. Twitter says it has closed operations in Brazil. The official Twitter account called Global Government Affairs made this post. It's linked in the show notes if you want to read the whole post. The post claims that the Brazilian Supreme Court Justice Alexandre de Morales issued a secret order to arrest Twitter's legal representative if Twitter doesn't comply with what they're calling censorship orders, and Twitter remains available as a website and service in Brazil. Okay. Wow. So they're just coming after Twitter. Well, there's supposedly a secret order to arrest Twitter's legal representation in Brazil. There's a lot of non-falsifiable. That's true. Core claim there is non-falsifiable because the claim is that it's being done in secret by the Brazilian government. Right. So, we don't know. This is a non-story. So far, it's a non-story, but it's very, very funny that they posted it both in English and Spanish. But I guess, or I think it was actually probably Portuguese, right? Because it's Brazil. Portuguese, yeah. Yeah. I don't know how much operation they had there. Like, it could have just been like a legal representative and like a PR. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they really cut a lot of people overseas. So we don't even know what that means. I guess one could endeavor to find out, but I'm pretty sure they don't have like hundreds of people in an office there. Right. So does that mean they just fired their legal representation in Brazil? I don't know. So I don't know what to say, because like there's all sorts of stuff about, countries going after the legal representation, which just seems like a bad idea all around. But this may not even be a thing. Like, is this just fake news being spread? And why? And right. It all sounds very dumb. I'm skeptical of the claim. I mean, first of all, it's a secret. So the main problem I have here is that the claim is that there was a secret order to represent their lawyer. To arrest their lawyer. Like, yeah, I don't know. It sounds like just a lot of other
things that I hear. Where, it's
Yeah.
almost like
Yeah.
it almost sounds like it's like a version of like the New World Order conspiracy theory, where it's all done in secret, but you better watch out. But also, I don't know, buy my supplements, like,
and also evidence,
right? And there's not for nothing here. Elon Musk was a big fan of Jair Bolsonaro, and Jair Bolsonaro lost to Lula da Silva in the last election.
Okay.
So there may be some way in which he just, he may have heard this rumor or something and wants to believe it because he's like politically unaligned with, just like Lula. Who knows? I just found it to be very not predictable, but it's one of the, in that area between not predictable but certainly not surprising. And so,
right.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope that I was hoping maybe Brazil maybe he decided to just shut the whole website down in Brazil. That'd have been funny. Because I saw the headline, I'm like, ooh, and then I looked, I was like, damn it. I mean, I don't want to not be able to communicate with people from Brazil over Twitter, I suppose, but it would be funny. Yeah. That'd be the funniest outcome. But alas, that didn't happen. Thanks everybody for checking out How the Tech Are You. You can find our other podcasts at echoplexmedia.com. Just click the podcast link at the top of the website. There are a lot of ways to support this project. There's a support link at the top of the website. Just click that. You can find your favorite way to support us, or just tell a friend. I don't know. Check out our other live shows, twitch.tv/echoplexmedia. Those tend to start at 7 or 9 p.m. Pacific. That's 10 p.m. or midnight Eastern. Yes, it is during the nighttime. These are night shows for people in America. And have a great tech and week.